Good evening, everyone, from the Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida. This is the Southern Broadcast Racing Network bringing you live coverage today of the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series for their first race of the season, the Cyclone 60, presented by the Twister Museum. We're going to be getting to the pre-race show in just a moment, but first we are going to hear from our sponsor of the Race League, and that is going to be Severe Weather Country. All right, we are here today for the first race. We got a few people on tap for the interviews. So far, Michael Buckley is top of the order in terms of practice, but we did have duels already, so we're going to have that decided for the qualifying positions. So the winners of last week's duels, they were not broadcast, will be first and second in the race, and the following order is how they finished in the duel. Pretty much how they did it in real life NASCAR. So the first person we're going to bring up today for an interview, I believe we will see who is in the Discord right now. We're going to bring up Ethan Flanagan. He won his duel and is the champion from last season. So he's on a very, very good start for his season. We're just going to grab him and get him up here, see what he has to think about his chances for today. Ethan, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
That's Joe. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Ready to race and doing fine, I guess.
All right. Well, you're a champion from last season. You come in here, win your heat or win your duel. You're on the pole. You had some good work from your teammates. What do you think your chances are to win today?
Well, I'd say whatever the number, however big the field is, I think it's one out of that number.
One out of that.
Those are my chances.
All right. Well,
yeah.
The one thing I did notice in both duels is that teammates were a big factor. You're on a four-person team, so that definitely does help. So you think the team that gets organized the best is going to win this thing?
Definitely. And if they don't get wrecked out, definitely whoever is the most organized will win this. And whoever makes the best moves will also win this. I think it's kind of both of that combined.
All right. Well, hey, couldn't ask for a better start to the season, winning straight out of the bat and getting on pole. I guess the only thing other that you could hope for would be a win. So let's see if you can do that today, and good luck to you.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome. Which chat were you in?
Speed Demon Motorsports. That was the one I was in.
Sounds good. All right, that is Ethan. We got one more person to bring up before we bring up the two big guys for this series. We got about 10 minutes to race time. We're going to bring up... I think we'll bring up Isaac Danger. We'll bring him up. Hello, Isaac. This is Joe in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you. What's going on?
All right. Well, you're not going to be starting in a great position, and I believe you only have one teammate. Is that correct?
I have a teammate now? I thought I was a lone car driver this year or for the team.
Well, I see one other person in your chat, so I take it that's a friend that you're going to be
Oh,
working with
that's
today? Or is that
yeah,
your
that's my
spotter?
crew chief.
Your crew chief. All right, cool. Well, that's perfect then. You are the only person in this league that does not have a teammate. Now, I think that reminds me of myself because I would always be running Daytona in my leagues without teammates as well. Sometimes I'd be lucky enough to have a friend that I can maybe rely on to get up there, but it can be a very big challenge to run at Daytona and Talladega without a teammate. So, what is your plan to run today, knowing that you're not going to have any real good communication with anybody, and you can't really rely on anybody? Perhaps you might have someone that you're friendly with, but can't really rely on them if they're compared to their team.
Well, it's going to be a tricky game out there, especially not having somebody else I'm out there driving with. I think it's going to be a lot of give and a lot of take, and I'm just going to have to work with some buddies, I guess, competitors, but people that I have been racing around with, and I know that we can work to beneficial goals out there. And I guess it's really just see where we're at come white flag, and maybe we can make something out of it.
All right. Well, at least you do have a good crew chief, so hopefully everything will go well with that. Just looking at everything, you're not starting in a great place. I believe you're starting 22nd, so definitely could be better, but you can win from almost anywhere when it comes to Daytona. So hopefully we'll be able to see at the end, and who knows, maybe you'll be able to put the upset on everybody because everyone's has his teammate except for you.
Yeah, I personally am kind of looking forward to it. We had a little bit of unfortunate luck in the duels and the qualifying, but I mean, I guess it just puts some more points out there on the table for most overtakes. I'm looking forward to it. I'll get to move my way about the pack throughout the evening, and we'll just try to keep it in one piece.
All right. Well, maybe I'll drag up your crew chief if I notice you're doing well, but thank you for your time, and I wish you good luck.
All right, thank you very much.
All right, I will move you back. All right, now it is time to hear from Matt Thorns and Tony Frey, the two leaders of this league. We got a little bit of time for them to talk with us, so let's see what they have to say.
How was that?
Hello, Matt. I'm bringing up Tony as well. All right, hello, Matt and Tony. You got me? This is
Yeah,
Joe
we
in
got
the booth.
go.
All right.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, brand new season. What is this? 5 of the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup League.
I
I believe it is.
believe so. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a little bit of time, so if there's anything you guys got to say promote the league, anything you want to put out there for any of the viewers to hear.
Tony's a better hype man than I am.
Well, Midwest Days of Thunder, we run a progression style league here with the entry series being trucks and ARCA. Work your way up to Xfinity, and then the top is Cup. That's where we're at now. Good group of guys. If y'all are interested in joining a league, come check us out.
All right, that sounds great. Now, you two are on very different ends of the entry today. Matt won his duel and is going to be starting second, and Tony got wrecked in his duel and is going to be starting, I believe, 18th. So, no, you guys aren't teammates, but you think you two may work together given the opportunity?
I'll work with Tony anytime he's around me. I like working with Tony. I have no problem with it. I'll push Tony, or Tony can push me. Whatever gets us to the front or stay in the front.
Yep,
right.
Same here. I'll work with Matt anytime. Matt's got more super speedway wins in this series than I think anybody does, so definitely work with Matt.
Yeah, I would definitely say Matt is a favorite, but the one thing I am noticing is there's a lot of teams that have more than one person running. Well, actually, there's many teams with 4 people on the same team. So, do you think the team that gets organized the best is going to have the best shot at it today?
Well, we'll have to see how that plays out, to be honest with you. Yeah, we're missing a guy tonight. He couldn't make it. He had to go out of town. And I know Tony's just you and John, right? So,
Yep.
but there's a lot of us on the track that have been racing with each other for probably 3 seasons here in Cup. And there's a lot of people in here that I work with. Tony's one of them. John's one of them. Super Serial I work with. So there's a lot of people I work with.
All
So.
right. Sounds good. All right. Well, we're about to get green in about 4 minutes. We got 4 minutes left of this warm up, and we'll be getting the national anthem taken care of in just a moment. Is there anything before we get going?
I just have one question for you. Where's the stream? Where can we watch the stream?
The stream is going to be on Southern Broadcast Race Network. It's going to be on Twitch, and it is also going to be on Facebook. And if you want to watch it not live, we will be posting it later to the YouTube channel later on, probably later on tonight or tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not the person that manages that.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, hope you guys have a good race. Hopefully we'll not be bringing you up here early in the race, because that might mean that we'll be interviewing you from the care center. So hopefully we'll not be doing that. Hopefully everyone will have a good long race, and hopefully we'll have the same kind of quality racing that we had in the duels, which was very clean racing and very exciting racing.
Right on, man. Appreciate it.
All right. We will see you all later, and good luck. All right, that was Matt and Tony. And with about 2.5 minutes left of the warm-up, very few cars are even on track right now, so I think it is an appropriate time to get our national anthem going, and we will be back in just a moment. All right, it is time for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, we are back at Daytona, and I believe we are going to be getting gridded up in just 17 seconds. So we'll be able to see our starting lineup and get ready for this race. If you're in Twitch chat, feel free to chat. Would like to hear what you have to say. Maybe your picks of who you think is going to win. But while we wait for the warm-up to finish, we'd like to thank Scoot, Scary Sack, and Justin Malarkey for following. And we're about to get this going. Got a white flag on the field, and we are finally ready to get this one started. Going to give them a moment to grid up. We got some nice new cameras for you guys today as well. Personally made them, so hopefully you guys will enjoy them. Got a nice view of the field lining up. So here is the starting lineup. We will get that up right now. All right. Ethan Flanagan is going to be starting in first on the pole. He won his duel last Friday alongside him, Matt Thorns. I would say he's probably one of the favorites tonight. He won his duel and starts second. Pete Van in the number 80 is going to start third, and Angel Hernandez is going to start in fourth. In fifth, we're going to have John Niedick Jr. in the 5. He is also going to be carrying the sponsors' colors. See if we can get a nice view on his machine. Got a nice view right there. Good looking car. We'll be keeping an eye on that car, see how he will perform today. Eric Warman's going to be starting 6th, and Michael Giberson is going to be starting 7th. Ron Nicole is going to be starting 8th. Stephen McComas is going to be starting in 9th. And Alan Coons is going to be starting in 10th. Mike Simon is going to be 11th, and Michael Gervey is going to be 12th. And with all that being said, here is the rest of the lineup from 13th on back. In 13th, it will be Mike Simon, and 14th, Michael Gervey. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, Justin Markey is going to be in 15th. Josh Grosso is going to be 16th. Few people did not show up today, so that's the one issue. But, oh well. In 16th is going to be Thomas Stanley. 17th is going to be Derek Schimmel. 18th is going to be Michael Buckley. 19th is going to be Greg Klein. 20th is going to be Isaac Danger. And 21st is going to be Andrew Pope Sr. And 22nd is going to be Steve Davis. So it is time to get this league started for its 5th season. One pace lap, and then the pace truck will be off, and we're going to be taking it up to the starter. We got Barney here ready with the green flag in hand, and we're going to be set for 60 laps of the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. The pace truck is off,
Green flag.
and we are going to be green on Daytona. We got 60 laps tonight. Let's go. All right. Off of the early lead, it's going to be Thorns getting a push from Hernandez up high. And it looks like it's going to be about a 3-car breakaway each side. Everyone looks like did not great start. Got some brand new cameras for y'all today as well. Got something I really like, and that is our drone cameras. We're going to be making a lot of use of this tonight. As you can see, this 21 car pack, just kind of keeping it easy right now. Big separation as Matt is going to take down to the bottom. Now, I've seen a lot on Daytona where the top side really can go well, and it's going to be Matt going down pit road for some reason. I have no idea why, so hopefully it's just a quick pit stop. But I have no idea why he's going down pit road, so hopefully there's nothing wrong with his equipment. But we are going to be seeing Ethan taking the lead of this race. Now, keep in mind, there's a bunch of 4-car teams. Now, I think the objective of every single team here is going to be to get together and then work together. That's what we saw in the duels, and it worked out very well for everybody that ran that strategy. Now, if we look at some of the people that are in their team, you know, it's Ethan, Justin Markey, Stephen McComas, and Pete Van Sprundell. So those two are teammates, and you have McComas right down there as well. So you got the front guys already linked up with teammates. And if you can get out to a really, really good lead, it can be really hard to pass a team of 3 or 4 guys that are hanging in line, especially if you have more people that are trying to make moves on them. We have one car that is in danger of going a lap down. I believe that's Steve Davis. I believe he was late coming into the race. So hopefully that does not happen to him, but he's going to be getting caught pretty quickly by Ethan. Single file about 4 on back, and then it's all double file from there. Got some people trying to work on the high side, but you can work pretty well on the high side even if you do not have as much help as you do on the bottom. If you can make use of the side draft, and the side draft is stronger on these cars than they are on Gen 7 cars, so you can really make it work if you're good at side drafting. Angel Hernandez just seems content to keep it up high right now, and the 55 of Steve Davis goes down low, and a lot of people moved up high, so the high line's really going to be getting a nice move right now. Got Rob Nicole. He is in that 52. Only Canadian in the field, and just went to the start-finish cam for some reason. Let's see if a Canadian can win the Daytona race today. But keep in mind, we're going to have some stage break as well. It's going to be on lap 15 and lap 30. So maybe don't want to go too crazy waiting to get into a stage, but you do got to keep in mind stage points as well. I believe that will be distributed to the top 10. So you don't want to be losing out on potential stage points, but you don't really want to make a crazy move either that is going to hurt you. Got Hernandez trying to make some moves on the bottom, but it's just not going to work. Everyone's moving up high, and it looks like they're just content to ride there for the time being. As we get about 10 cars in line, and then on the bottom, just nothing is moving at all. The bottom can really be hard to make moves on, especially if the high side is really running high. Looks like someone came down in front of Angel. That appears to be the 6. That is going to be Anthony Frey, who's up 7 positions so far. He's one of the biggest movers, along with the 92 of Greg Klein. He's going to be looking for his teammate, who is going to be John in that number 5. Let's see if John will come down to help his teammate get up to the front. That 42 does look fast, but they're just not able to make anything work on the bottom as of this moment. Looks like Ethan is still going to be the leader, though, but Justin Malarkey is flying for this field right now. He is up to 3rd and is up 10 spots from where he started. He is on a mission right now. But yeah, looking at the teams. So Malarkey, he is a part of Speed Demon Motorsports as well. So you pretty much got the entire Speed Demon crew up in front. You got Van Sprundell, you got Ethan, you got McComas, and Malarkey. The farthest back, I believe, is McComas. I don't see what happened to him. He's in 10th. But every one of those other guys, they are 1st and 5th and 7th. So they're running really good so far. We got Eric Warman trying to get the push to the 80. Now, Warman, he is going to be on the Grumpy Guys Racing. Now, Grumpy Guys Racing, it is an entire team of rookies in this series. So we're going to see if any of the rookie guys are going to be making any moves. Now, typically we've seen in real life, the rookies do not really get as much help as some of the veteran drivers, so we'll see if that will play a factor. Grumpy Guys Racing, the rookie team, is Giberson, Duke Davis, and Eric Warman. I believe Duke is not here today, so it's just going to be Warman and Michael Giberson. So Michael is really far in the back. He's in 19th, but Eric Warman looking really good for the rookie. He is in 2nd place right now as we're on lap 9 of 60 coming down the back straightaway at Daytona. Got one car really far off the pack. That is Michael Giberson. Don't know what happened to that car. Does not appear anything is wrong. So hopefully he will not get a lap down. He should be able to stay out there and be okay. I don't think he will get lapped in a significant amount of time. Keep in mind the caution's coming out in just about 5 laps. 56 nearly gets up into the wall. That is Thomas Stanley. But Pete Van Sprundell making it work real good, and I think someone from Speed Demons definitely has a chance to win the race here today if they can just keep it together. You got both guys leading in the bottom and the top line, so making any move, you're going to have to force something perhaps, and I don't think anyone wants to force something, especially this early. But we got about even running on the high side and the bottom. Going to be making sure that we get some interviews as well done while we have the chance when a caution comes out. Let's take a look at how our lone driver is doing. That's going to be Isaac. He's only up 4 spots in 16th, but we have a lot of time. He has time to make his moves, time to see what everybody else is doing. Looks like he's trying to make the move on the 56, who looks like he's been a little bit loose. Even might be taking it 3 wide for a moment, but thinks better of it. But is still trailing the back of his pack. Oh, goodness. Big shove to Ethan Flanagan. That's from the 73 of Justin Malarkey. He got a big push, and it looks like he might be getting another one. Not sure if he's going to be able to get up to him, though. Got a nice view that we haven't seen in a long time. Remember Digger from Fox? Oh, that was back way in, I believe, late 2000s. We got some nice round cams where he would be hiding at Daytona. But so far, through 12, it's Ethan Flanagan back up to the lead, the pole sitter. And it looks like everyone's getting in the line now because Justin Malarkey and Pete Van Sprundell are all into line now. But look at Anthony Frey, biggest mover, leading that bottom line. He's going to be challenging for the lead on Ethan, the Cup champion from last season. We've got Gary Sack in the chat. Let's go the Danger Nader. I'll be up on the spotter stand tonight. Maybe we'll get a interview from Gary later in the race, see how his driver is doing. Isaac is making his way through the pack slowly but surely, as few people here were not able to make it today. It looks like we have a little bit of a small pack formed as well. Looks like Alan Coons, Mike Buckley, and Thomas Stanley are all off the pace. So it looks like they're thinking, you know what, we don't want to be a part of anything that might happen associated with this end of the stage. Someone might get a little bit desperate for the stage points and make a move that they don't want to make. We'll see happen, but so far been clean through 14 laps. You can see them way far back, but it's pretty much even on the high side and the bottom, and I believe we'll be getting a caution this or next lap. Not sure how they do it, but we will find out in just a moment. But yeah, just does not have the help on the bottom. If you don't have the help on the bottom and the high side, has about the same amount of cars. High side's going to win almost every time. So you can see this, the bottom is losing out on a lot, and it looks like Malarkey might have gotten that stage. Pulls out a line at the last second to take it away from Ethan. I don't think Ethan may be too happy about that if he lost it, the stage win, but we're going to go to a nice camera that we do have planted. Our little photo finish camera. So what we'll do is we're going to see who got that. Let's see who got it. Oop. Man, that's even too close to call. It won't let me pause it for some reason. Oh well. Well, the best way to do it is throw it in the 4-speed. I think the 73 got him, though. I do believe that he did. I think it's close, but I think he beat him by an inch or so. So he beat him right before the caution came out. So I believe the 73 is going to be the winner of the stage. So everyone's slowing down, trying to catch the pace car. The pace truck is on the back straightaway right now. So looking at the biggest movers that we have so far, Justin Malarkey comes home to win the stage. Barely, just beating out Ethan. So not sure if Ethan's going to be too happy about his teammates stealing away the stage win, but we got a bunch of time left and we got another stage. So maybe Ethan will be able to get that back. But story of the day is going to be the Speed Demons Racing. They are running great right now as they have the top 3 spots taken care of. McComas just has not been able to get up to his teammates, but I think if Steven gets up there, they will be very, very difficult to take care of. But I think everybody's going to be coming down pit road this time for fresh tires and fuel. Some people might hold off on tires and just take fuel. We will see what will happen on pit road, but everybody's coming down except for 2 cars. We'll see who those 2 cars are in a moment, but yeah, you can see everyone's coming in. It looks like the 73 just barely missed his pit box. Had to back it up a bit. So we're going to see who's coming off of first pit road, and it looks like it's going to be the 42 and then the 8. Then we got Ethan coming off pit road, the 73, and then the 80. And a bunch more cars. But first off of pit road is going to be, I believe, Ethan, perhaps? Let's see. We're having just a little bit of an issue with the cameras. Now everybody came down pit road. I thought those 2 people were on the lead lap, so they just took the wave around. But Angel Hernandez is going to be off pit road first, followed by John Grosso, then Ethan Flanagan, Justin Malarkey, Pete Van Sprundell, Isaac Danger. He is up 14 spots, so the solo guy making it running pretty well today. Eric Warman, Anthony Frey, Michael Buckley, and John Niedick, the top 10. And while we're taking a look at John, let's take a look at the sponsor, Severe Weather Country. Alright, we are back, and as you can see, there's the 5, the sponsored car. Looking good, that car, and he's working with the 6 car of Anthony Frey, so looks like he'll be right in position to help him out, see if those 2 can make a charge to the front. But Angel Hernandez, who's been pretty fast, is finally up to the front, and we got 2 Red Bull cars. They look exactly the same, so that's just going to be nice to see as they get down. So we're going to be having a double Red Bull as we get back down to the line. But yeah, keep in mind these 2 are teammates, and their other 2 teammates are Michael Gervey and Thomas Stanley. So that is TMJ Motorsports. One person I'm surprised who's kind of fallen off, I don't know why though, you know, is Matt Thorns. He's back on the lead lap. So hopefully that will be the end of his problems and he can get back up there and help his team, North-South Racing. As Justin Barkley, Michael Buckley, and Mike Simon are not in the best position, but they can make improvements. So as we are ready to get back to green, let's get racing. Angel Hernandez going to lead him down the line with his lane choice. And we are back to green. Good start on the high side. Angel Hernandez looks like he is going to have the high side, and the high side is going to run really well with him because we got about... Nope, he's going to get abandoned, and the 73 is going to take down the lead. Justin Markey, great start. He's going to go up high and then back down low and up high again. So Justin Markey gets the lead taken away from Angel and Josh. I'm pretty sure they're not too happy about that, because if you can have two teammates handle both ends of the lines, it can make it just that much harder to pass. But those three guys who have ran this race so good and so dominantly together, they don't want another team to be able to do anything. So they're going to try to get up there as fast as possible. 73 trying to control the high side and see if Ethan and Pete can get back up there, take the lead, and maybe you can put the 8 up high. Maybe you can hope that he'll go high, and then you have those two pass him. Can let an opening happen for the 73. Then you'll have 3 guys in line, but I'm not sure what Josh is going to do. But it looks like Josh is going to be trying to lead some of his first laps today. Coming off of turn 4, you can see just how dominant the high side is, even with less cars. So if they even get a good enough of a run, I could see Angel Hernandez maybe try to come down low. He has an opening if he wants to take it, and he will, but Justin will block. We'll see if he'll come back up high to defend if the high side gets going, but yeah, Angel is definitely in a place where he wants to be now because he can kind of dictate what happens with his teammate. Big push coming from the 8 to the 73. Can't stay on the bumpers too long, though, because if you stay on the bumpers too long, you will get very hot very, very quickly. I've seen more than one engine blown at Daytona because you are sticking it really too close into a guy's bumper. But Justin Malarkey, up from 13th, been dominating the race pretty much so far today, has led the most laps, and we're about a third of the way through. Got some disorganization happening in the backside, so that's just going to help the high side get going even farther. And you can see Josh goes to block Ethan because he knows that Ethan, he doesn't want him up there, because if he does and these three can get together, it's just going to make their lives that much more difficult. But they move up high, and Ethan is going to be there with some help on Isaac. Now Isaac knows that this team is fast, and if he can use these guys, he can maybe make something work, perhaps even win it. As he blinks out of sight for just a moment, but just does not have the help to really get anything going on the bottom. Anyone in chat? We got any predictions? Any fan favorites? Got 7 people in the chat right now. Actually, now 12 people in the chat. The Twitch chat and the OBS aren't exactly up to date. But yeah, if anyone has any predictions, any questions, anything at all, just feel free to chat. We will read it on the stream. So we got the 42 and the 8. They are putting a little bit of an issue into the Speed Demon Motorsports plan. TMJ Motorsports does not want them to be all organized, and you can see that they're definitely trying, but nothing is working. So I think while we got a nice group of cars on the high line, what better to do than crank it up? Let's crank it up here at Daytona. Justin Malarkey still leading after that. Crank it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe we'll do one more later on in the race. We're almost halfway through. Hope you guys like these drone cams. I think they look amazing. I think they turned out great. Allows you to see a great portion of the pack. And we'll be making sure to use these cameras throughout the season. But right now, Justin Malarkey, no one can touch him right now, and it is definitely being made more difficult for the Speed Demon guys to get organized after that run. Got a nice view on the backstretch. But look at the Speed Demon guys. So we got Malarkey in first and Van Sprundell in fourth. But then look at this. Ethan has fallen all the way back to 16th. So he's not in a position that he wants to be right now. And with that being said, also, McComas has been staying around the top 10 area, not really moving up or down much, just maybe a couple positions. But McComas definitely is in a position if he can get up to his buddies. But right now, Ethan's going to have to do something he hasn't had to do yet today, and that is going to be work traffic. Matt Thorns, who I expected to be leading this race, still is not by the lead and not by a long shot either. And it looks like they're just hoping that a caution does not come out. And a caution just did come out. We got a wreck on the back straight, it looks like. Got two cars stopped. One of them is Anthony Frey, and another one appears to be Stephen McComas. Keep in mind, we have no fast repairs, so we're going to take a look and see what happened with these guys on our replay. Going to rewind that just a bit. So it looks like someone tried to take it 3 wide, and then the 70 got into him. And it collected a bunch of guys. It looks like Isaac tried to get in there, took out Ethan as well, and there goes Anthony Frey. We're going to see if we can get another view, perhaps, of what happened. Not really any great view. Can't really see exactly who came up on who. Trying to see if we can get a good camera for this. So what looks like happened is Isaac tried to take it 3 wide, tried to make it go through the middle. It looks like the 70 did come up into him just a little bit, got him almost airborne into the wall. Keep in mind these bodies aren't composite either, so it's definitely going to be a pain to buff out. The 6 gets absolutely slammed into the 70 by the 26, and Ethan, trying to avoid it, I think clipped the 70 just a little bit. Yeah, clipped the 70, but we'll see if that damage will affect him. I know the 5 got into it as well, the leader, and I think Matt Thorns got rear-ended maybe coming to the caution. Let's see, did he get hit? Oh yeah, he brake checked and hit the 56, got into him, so everything's going to be turned upside down. And keep in mind, this will be the stage 2. Everyone's coming down pit road. And most people are already off of pit road. But it looks like Josh Grosso will beat out John Malarkey, or Justin Malarkey. I don't know why I'm calling him John. But he'll beat out Justin Malarkey out of the pits. Angel Hernandez, Rob Nicole, and Greg Klein, the top 5. So a bunch of the people that were involved in the wreck, we see them down pit road right now. I don't think anybody had a tow. Hopefully no one has any damage. That is going to be putting them a lap down in terms of requireds. But I'm going to see if I can get in contact with a crew chief, perhaps. I'm going to get in contact with the crew chief of the number 98, Isaac Danger. That is going to be Gary Sack. I'm going to try to see what we can do with Gary up here. Hopefully he's not too busy with Isaac. Gary, this is Joe in the booth. You got a moment?
Yep, I gotcha.
All right. How's the car, and what happened on that incident, you believe?
We got about 50 seconds of optional left. We got most of it fixed under caution. I was looking at it, and it looked like the 70 came up into Isaac when he was trying to get to the outside. And it might just was a bad incident, racing deal, I think.
Yeah, because I saw the 98 try to take it free wide. Unfortunately, that it just didn't work out. But that is going to be stage. It does look like your fender is a bit beat up, so definitely not something that you guys are looking forward to dealing with. But I don't know. What's your plan for your driver for these final 30 laps? I mean, this is probably not going to be the last caution, but what's the plan you got for Mr. Isaac?
Right now, we're just going to try to stay in the draft. We are down like 17 RPM, but we should still be good in draft. But we'll see how it goes for the rest of this race.
All right. Well, thank you very much. I will move you back down with him. And hopefully you guys will not be completely out of the race, but you guys are about to go green, so I'll make sure you will get back down with your driver.
Yep, thank you.
That is Gary, SAC crew chief of the number 98. So he's not going to be down too much position. He's going to be in 13th. I don't think anybody is going to be damaged beyond repair, though, which is fortunate. So we are lucky enough for that. But the pace truck lights are going to be off. So it is time to get back to green for the final 30 lap sprint to the finish. Here we go. Green flag back in the air, and Grosso and Hernandez going to be trying to make it work again off of the start. Grosso gets down low, and Angel Hernandez is going to go right with him. He wants to make sure that Malarkey cannot get back out to the lead. He's been the dominant driver today. He's led a great portion of the laps. Going to be two in front and then side by side from third on back. Looks like we've got a yellow car trying to make a bit of a move back there. It's going to be Mike Simon. But just no room to make any sort of move. The 80 really flies up there trying to side draft Nicole. These Speed Demon guys are aggressive and they want to get back up to the front quickly, but there's a lot of cars that are back into a second pack. We're going to see who's in that pack. So it looks like Matt Thorns is hardly staying on the draft, but everyone 15th on back is going to be in a little bit of a draft that is going to be off the main draft, and that could really hurt them and hopefully will not put them a lap down. So we got, what do we got? We got Giberson, Nidick, Flanagan, Danger, Buckley, Frey, and McComas. And the one thing that the team did not want is you're having McComas and you got Flanagan pretty much in an uncompetitive state right now. So it could really turn things upside down for the Speed Demons team, who are so dominant in the first part of the race. But those two Red Bull cars, if they can keep it up there, they might have a chance. And I think if they're going to hold off Justin, it's definitely going to be those two Red Bull cars. They are fast together. They're working together with each other very, very well. And at this point, you know, you just got to take what you can get. Their other teammates, who are Thomas Stanley and Michael Gervey, they're a little bit off right now. Stanley's in 14th and Gervey's in 11th. But if they can get up there, make it a team effort, I think those teams can really get going well. Taking a look at how Grumpy guys is running, which is Giberson and Warman. Warman's probably been the best rookie so far in the race. He's done a bunch of great racing, been up there mostly the entire day. Rob Nicole, though, he's been up there as well, the best rookie. He's driving for Super Serial Racing in the 52. And who knows, maybe the rookies will try to work together and see what they can do. Super Serial has Kolb in the 11 and Derek Schimmel in the 96. Schimmel is in 10th, and Kolb is in 9th. So maybe they can get something working up there, try to get up to their teammate, see what they can do. Maybe we'll be able to get some moves from them perhaps as well. Looking at other teams we got going on here, I'm not seeing a whole lot of organization from anyone else per se. So we'll keep an eye on the team, see how things will be going. But right now, it's going to be TMJ Motorsports 1 and 2 in the 60. You can see, though, that high line, it's just stalling out that bottom. And it looks like Klein's actually going to be trying to make something work on the bottom with a couple other guys. Klein is running there with the 60 and the 11, Kunis and Kolb. So maybe they'll be able to get something working down on the bottom. If you can get the side draft right and get your runs right, you can do pretty good on the bottom, but it's going to be significantly more difficult. But the bottom is making real good pace right now. That 60 is locked onto the back of that 92. And it looks like the Quick Trip Toyota is going to be going for the lead. The bottom line is just on rails right now and is flying. So that's going to put Greg Klein in the lead. He is up from 19th. Was one of the worst starting positions today. And he's going to have the lead at Daytona. Greg Klein, he hasn't been really seen much today. He's not even with much more than one teammate. Just has one teammate. That's going to be Alan Kunis. So two teammates now are in the lead of the race. And one thing I'm noticing is the 8 is falling far back. And we're 3 wide. That is going to be the 73. He just wants to probably get out of the sucker hole as fast as he can, because that is not a place you want to be, and he'll fall down low. The two Red Bull cars got separated, and that's not what they wanted. You can see just how fast you can lose position here at Daytona. Angel Hernandez, 1st to 10th in just a matter of a lap. Things have definitely been shaken up, though, up in the front, because we got a bunch of guys who we didn't really expect that would be up here so fast. Well, guess what? The little teams are running this race right now, because from the 2 guys that are Angry Idiots Racing, guess what? We have Super Serial Racing right behind them. Andrew Kolb, then Derek, and just a little bit farther back is Rob Nickel. But I am wondering what happened to him. But we got 2 sets of teammates before we get back to anyone else. And everyone else is pretty much separated off these guys. So maybe you'll have a little bit of the small teams trying to beat the big teams together, perhaps. Bottom line now really coming into dominance. Almost no one choosing to take the high line. The high line just died pretty much, as we got a majority of the field running off into the bottom now. Now keep in mind, about a good amount of the pack is either in the back, which we have about 3 cars that are into the little 3-man run here, but we also have some people on the back stretch now, cars that are well off pace. And keep an eye out on these guys, because if this race stays green, they're not going to be in a great position. These cars probably aren't going to win the race anyway, but they don't want to go a lap down, because if they go a lap down, it's going to be that much harder to get at least a decent finishing position in the race today. Right now, we got 2 Angry Idiots. That's going to be Klein and Kunis. They're going to be in the lead of Daytona. We're going to go to a final break, and we will be right back on the Southern Broadcast Racing Network. a few messages in the chat, and it says, give north-south time, they will get up there. Well, when I was racing in leagues, and I still do race my occasional one race a week in a league, if I'm on Daytona and Talladega, I'm waiting for about 10 laps to go before I really start making your moves. But here's the thing, on Daytona, I believe you may even have to make them sooner because of how difficult it can be to pass on Daytona, because running 3 wide here can be a little bit sketchy. So yeah, Andrew Kolb trying to take the lead, and he is the biggest mover by far, started last. So last to first drive maybe for Andrew. We'll see if he'll be able to get anything working, but they say give north-south time, but they are running out of time with just 17 laps to go. Matt Thorns, he is out in the weeds. He is out pretty much in 11th. I don't think he's going to really be able to move up that well with his car and his damage. I mean, let's look at his car. So there's Matt in the white and red number 10. I mean, he has a big crunch in his back, so he might be lucky, but I think he would definitely want to get some more damage repaired if possible, because that's definitely going to affect his ability to make runs. We got Justin Barkley, who I believe is not here today. He's not. Then we got Michael Buckley. Michael Buckley, one of the guys who is far off, so he's not going to be able to have a chance to make a move. And we got Mike Simon, who is in eighth place right now. So they do have the opportunity to get something going, but they're going to have to get it going sooner rather than later. 2 cars, by the way, just got put a lap down. That's going to be Stephen McComas and Anthony Frey. They're going to be fighting for that lucky dog spot now. But Isaac and Mike Buckley, they're 2 lone cars, and they are going to be getting a lap down rather quickly. As you'll be able to see as we get into the back straightaway, just the gap that we have going, they are hoping for a caution, and they need it now. Because here they are coming off the back straightaway right now. That gap will probably buy him about a lap. You'll probably be seeing them getting past next time we're down the back straightaway. But right now, bottom lane really just sat in line. Looks like a lot of people are just waiting for moves to be able to be happening, because the high line was really, really dominant, but nothing has came of it recently. We see a Red Bull car looking to make a challenge. That's going to be the 8 car of Josh Grosso. Has gotten far separated from his teammate Angel Hernandez, who is now in 14th. Now, like I said, that those 2 cars, Isaac and Mike, their days are numbered for being a lap ahead of the pack. Looks like Isaac might be trying to, I don't know what he's doing. He's waving around the leaders, and the leaders are going to have to split these lap cars 3 wide, and it looks like the 11 got a little bit into the 26. I do not think a lot of these leaders are going to be happy with what is going to be going on here, and they're probably thinking, oh my gosh, I hope we don't crash. But we have a bunch of cars coming down pit road for green flag pit stops. It's going to be John Grosso. It's going to be Pete Van Sprundell, Angel Hernandez down pit road. Looks like the 56 and the 36 down pit road as well. And another car coming off pit road. It looks like, can't tell who that is. I think it's McComas, who's a lap down. So it looks like we're just going to be getting fuel and gas. And the 8 car, very quickly out of pit road. He's going to have to maybe wait just a second for his teammates to get up there to get going into the draft. We'll probably be seeing a couple more green flag pit stops next time by. See if anyone comes down pit road. Does not appear so. Everyone stays out. So now the thing is, who is going to gain more time with draft? because we got a big group out here. They're all single file. They're all drafting, and they're going to be drafting really well. But if we go to, where is the guys out of the pits? Fresh out of the pits, they are far. They are spread out. They are not drafting. So I think these guys, I'm worried about these guys. If they are, oh no, we got a crash and one car into the catch fence. That is going to be, I believe, Matt Thorns. We don't have a good view. I think he might be upside down. We cannot see that car. And he is towed into the pits. Oh my goodness. Let's see what happened here. Going to get ourselves into a closer view, and he's already in the process of getting turned. So let's take a look at what happened to Matt Thorns. So here's a 10 car. He said north-south, wait for him to come up, and it looks like they were coming. But I don't think Matt Thorns is going to have a chance to win this now. So 113 got on the outside of him and just absolutely took him out. He takes himself out as well and goes for a ride. Gets thrown into the spin cycle off of the catch fence and the barrier and fallen a good 30 feet from the embankment to the infield grass up on his lid. Just spinning like a top. And that's going to be Matt Thorns out and done for the day. Let's see if we can get one more view of what happened. Pulling out a line, just gets taken out, and he went for the ride of the night today. Good thing we're in sim racing because that would have hurt. So we're going to be going back live, and everyone who didn't pit, they're going to be in a position where they're going to lose their position. Because everyone who did pit under green, I don't believe anyone lost a lap. So now they're in a position of where they're going to have to make up some time. And we only got 10 laps to go as well. So looking at who pitted and who did not, we're going to bring up our pit stop lap sheet. So only 5 cars came down pit road last time. That would be Grosso, Hernandez, Sprundell, Gervey, and Stanley. And with that being said, that's an entire team that came down pit road. An entire team that basically made the stop, and it may be the strategy call of the race, perhaps. Because the only person who did not come down, the only person who came down with them was Pete Van Sprundell. So you're going to have 4 cars of the same team that is going to be Team J Motorsports. You got your team 1, 2, 4, and 5. Make use of it, because if you have a chance to win, if you want your team to have a chance to win, this is their chance. It is their best chance. We're going to see if we can maybe get an interview from a crew chief or a driver. Let's see if anyone is going to be available for us. I believe we'll bring up Matt Thorns. Probably not a happy driver, but we'll see what he has to say. Well, Matt, you went for an absolute ride. Went from into the catch fence to the bottom of the apron. You were running a good race.
Yeah.
Recovered pretty well up to about 5th, and what happened?
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I have not went back and looked at it yet. I had to step away for a minute. I mean, I know Eric didn't do it on purpose, but I'm not exactly sure what happened. I saw him in my mirror getting a run, and he hit me pretty hard, and after that, I don't know. All I saw was Daytona spinning real fast in my windshield.
Yeah, unfortunate because you were making a pretty good recovery from getting rear-ended on the caution, the previous caution. But
Correct.
you had a
Yep.
chance at winning it. You know, you were one of my picks to win it today. You know, luckily it's sim racing because that would have hurt in real life. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah, no doubt. So, yeah, not a good race for me. Got a black flag right on the start.
Yeah, I was wondering what happened.
I don't know what happened. I think I was running about 78 miles an hour, and when the green flag came out, I hit the gas and it gave me a freaking black flag. I don't know.
Well, that is unfortunate
Oh.
because we do know that we had some North-South fans in the chat that were hoping to get a good run from their favorite team, but maybe next week at Auto Club?
I won't be there next week, but I'll be pulling for my team. That's for sure. I got a concert to go to with my wife. It's her birthday, so.
All right. Well, is there any North-South drivers left in that we think we have a chance?
Number 12, Mike Simone.
Yeah, Mr. Mike. I mean, he's in 5th, but he's going to have a challenge because we got TMJ pretty much running in the top end of things. So we'll see if they're able to hold it off, but
We'll see.
we'll see. Well, unfortunate ending to today's race, but we'll see you at Chicagoland, I believe, then.
All right, Joey. Have a good one, man.
All right, thank you. There's Matt Thorns, who got an absolute ride in his race. And that car will not be coming back into the race, I believe. It will be a miracle if that car does. Josh Grosso, the leader with 7 laps to go. And Pete Van Sprundell and John Malarkey and Ethan Flanagan. These guys were involved in a wreck earlier. Ethan was. And now they're 2, 3, and 4. So they're looking to put the Speed Demons on top. And I'm very surprised how fast TMJ fell apart because we have Grosso in 1st, Hernandez in 5th, and then it is, Stanley and Gervey too. Stanley's in 8th, and Gervey is nowhere to be found right now. I don't know what happened to him. He's in 18th, so he got put a lap down, it appears. So you have 15 cars on the lead lap. Isaac still managing to be on the lead lap, even though his car is pretty toasted, along with no one else back there. I believe all the rest of the cars back there are a lap down. So with 5 laps to go coming this time by, Josh Grosso, who has been leading very well in the Red Bull car, has to be worried about those 3 cars behind him. Spin in the front straightaway. The 56 to 60 is around, and that is going to be a caution. A lot of cars into the infield, and that is going to shake things up entirely. We're going to have a green-white checkered. We got the wrong crash will be right there. So Thomas Stanley got up into the wall. We're going to rewind just a little bit, see if we can see what happened. So the 56 running up high. Looks like he got in the wall just a little bit, bounced off the wall, and then they're taking it 4 wide, which is never good to do. The 56 is clipped by the 52. Gets into the 12 of Mike Simone, so north-south going bad to worse. The 60 pancakes the wall, and everyone around that area just completely engulfed in a wreck. Nothing could really be done to avoid it. And a ton of cars taken out trying to get some position with a couple of laps to go. We'll get one more view in the fast. A lot of good cars taken out. That Quick Trip car barely missed it. Derek Schimmel very lucky that he did not get involved in that wreck, but he did lose his teammate in that wreck. Actually, excuse me. Did not mean that. I meant Greg Klein. So that quick trip car, very lucky he missed that, because that could have been both teammates taken out and they would be done. So Angry Idiot still has one guy left. And I'm looking here. We're going to be going green with a green-white checkered. So we're going to see who is available to us. I think I'm going to get Isaac Wilson up here, the crew chief. See if he has a fast moment for Speed Demon.
Might be okay.
All right, Isaac. You available right now?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
All right, quick question. Your team made a very good recovery, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th right now. You got 2 laps to go. Anything we should be looking out for?
Well, we've been kind of talking with TMJ all race, been working together with them. We're really just gonna kind of work together till final lap, and final lap anything goes between us 5.
All right, yeah, because TMJ's been running pretty decent as well, the 8 and the 42. I was actually surprised with all their guys. They really fell off on that last restart, and you guys have made an excellent recovery, especially Ethan, who got in a wreck. You know, he fell back pretty much to the back, and he's back up to 4th and has a chance to win it.
Yeah, Ethan was having pedal issues, and we were trying to diagnose how to get his pedals fixed. His brake kept dragging, so we finally got his brakes fixed, and I told him, now that your brakes are dragging, don't touch them. So he probably won't be hitting the brakes or anything anytime soon, because he finally got his brakes to where they're not dragging. That's why he fell back as quick as he did. On the final restart, I knew the 36 he wanted a black flag clear, which meant he was going to have to dip the pit road. So I told Justin on that restart, hey, once the 36 dives off, take that gap and go with it, and that's what he did.
All right. Yeah, because I'm looking at TMJ2, the other 2 guys, Thomas Stanley and Michael Gervey. Both of them are not going to be in contention. So we'll see what will happen, but you know, those deals only last for so long.
Yeah, I raced with Josh Grosso last season, really clean guy. Angel Hernandez I never had an issue with, and those are 2 guys around my guys I really can trust. Greg Klein I can trust, Cole I can trust. So the only car I'm worried about near him is Isaac Dagner, but I don't think he's in contention to win either. So all the guys around us that are in contention, I really don't have a fear of causing a big wreck in the last lap.
Yeah, you can see the 98. He is absolutely torn up. So it looks like we're going to have about...
It's going to be green-white checkered.
It looks like we got a few cars that are going to be in contention perhaps, but not a ton. Well, I will let you get back to your team. 4th caution of the day, and hopefully we won't have another one.
Hopefully. Take it easy.
You too. Okay, Gervey had a speeding penalty. So that's why he fell back. All right, guys. We got a couple moments before we go back to green. We'd like to thank Diatic for the follow, as well as Oziax. Missed those. Didn't have a really chance to get to it. But we're going to have 2 to go. It's going to be, it looks like TMJ Motorsports versus Speed Demons. Josh Grosso going to lead them down to the line. Got 2 laps to go on this opening race of the season. But don't keep your eyes off of the 92. I think he can do something. Maybe even Andrew Cole, because they were running pretty well together too. But they are not going to have a teammate in sight. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go at Daytona. Grosso gets a good lead on the bottom, and now looked like it almost had a collision in the back of the pack, but nothing did happen. But Grosso's going to get let out to dry, it appears, by the 73 and the 80. He's just not going to have the help, but he's going to have his teammate Angel Hernandez looking on the bottom. So it looks like it's going to be team versus team. Let's see if the bottom or the high side works the best. And I think if I'm a betting man, we're betting on the high side. Maybe even we'll expect the 11 and the 92 to help, because we know that they're not going to get passed by those 3 teammates. 2 to go this time, and it's going to be 7 cars in contention to win at Daytona. Angel Hernandez putting the bumper to the 8, and We're coming down to the white flag. One more lap to go. We just lost the camera for a second. Someone just blinked out. I don't know who blinked out, but I think the 8 blinked out. So we just lost him for a moment. And it looks like Malarkey, Van Sprundell are going to be 1 and 2. I expect Angel Hernandez is probably going to try to make a move, either the high side or the low side, no matter what they will block. No move yet, but the 11 is prepared to make moves. 80 gives a little bit of a block. I think the 92 is going to get forced down low. The 80 is going to go around, and Justin Malarkey looks like he's going to have the chance of the win, but Angel Hernandez is looking high. Who does Kolb help, or does he work for himself? Angel Hernandez gets around, and it's going to be a win for him. And Malarkey loses it at the line, and Andrew Kolb is going to finish in second. Almost gets the last to first, but he'll finish in second. Let's take a look at that crash that happened on the back straightaway. That involved Pete Sprundell. It took out a couple cars. Just did not have an opportunity to see it with our camera angle. He really got shuffled out of line. Tries to block or go up there, I don't know. And then maybe could have left a little bit of room for the 92, but that did not happen. And another car gets caught with him as well. That's a 35 of Ethan. And right in the middle of the pack, nowhere could those guys have gone. I do not know who that did take out. We're going to take a look at a closer angle of that. So Ethan definitely went for a ride as he just got launched into the catch fence. And it appears... Ooh, we just went way fast. It appears that he got hit by the 26, and then another car went upside down. I just cannot tell who that was. That appears to be the 36. So a big crash at the end of the race. Had a few cars go airborne up toward the catch fence today, so that catch fence has been getting some work today. But Angel Hernandez is going to be the winner of the Cyclone 60, presented by the... Sorry, I just went brain fart for a second, but presented by the Twister Museum. The Cyclone 60 presented by the Twister Museum. All right, so we're going to bring up the top 3 people. We got Angel Hernandez waiting, so let's talk to him. Angel, this is Joe in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, well, pretty good last couple laps. I know you guys were working with Speed Demons. Lost a few of your teammates along the way, but you and the 8 were running very, very well together. Unfortunately, Grosso got out of the race, but you made a good move on the final lap. So how did it feel to start the season off with a win at Daytona?
I mean, just a great way to start off the season instantly with some momentum to try and carry on through the season. I was saying I tried working with Josh, but obviously at the end there he got disconnected. But the overall great race. I just wish Josh would have been able to finish it. I think that could have been a great point stay. Great point stay.
Yeah, it could have been. It's unfortunate because I was going, and then the broadcast it cut, and I was on Josh. And I was like, "Oh no, what happened?" And then we missed him. So, unfortunately, we're not able to take your teammate to a possible top 5 finish. But you finished first, and you had a good day with your team. So, would you say that strategy worked out, pitting under green, to help you win the race?
Yeah, when that caution came out, it was perfect for us because we came out in the lead with obviously no competition to try and beat out a pit lane if we would have pitted with the rest of them. So yeah, it worked out great if we won, you know.
All right. Well, you won the race, and you finish in the top 3. So, you got any shout-outs?
My teammates, all of them, all 3 of them. Great teamwork, and obviously, especially Josh, he stuck with me the whole entire race as long as he could.
All right. Well, thank you, and we'll be seeing you next week at Homestead. Not Homestead Auto Club. How do you feel about Auto Club?
I, that's one of those I run like up front, but not. I don't think I'm the best at it, so just try and make the most of it and try and keep some momentum.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week, and good race today. Good win.
Thank you.
I'm going to bring in second place, Andrew Kolb. Andrew Kolb, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I am doing quite well. I'm pretty sure you're happy with where you finished. I wish it could have been a first place, I bet, but you're running pretty well at your team at certain points of the race, but both your teammates, unfortunately, got into a couple unfortunate incidents, but you managed to work well with the two teams and get up into second. So, pretty happy with how you finished.
Yeah, I mean, one spot, one more spot would be much better, but we'll take the second place for the start of the year. I started in the back and missed the duels, so I'll take it. Car had a lot of speed. Teammates were great. Just gotta keep fighting.
That is correct. I think running with no teammates at the end can be really hard, and you managed to work it out pretty well. So, even though you weren't able to get your teammates up to the front, unfortunately they did get caught up in some accidents, you still managed to pull out a pretty good finish. So I'm pretty sure Super Serial Racing is going to be a happy team today at least. So, you got any shoutouts?
Yeah, man. You guys for putting this on, and MDOT for all they do, and my teammates, Super Serial. Thanks for being there and helping me out all night. And that was a good run by everybody. Not a lot of cautions. It was a good race.
Yes, it was. I think we only had 2 cautions for cause, so definitely one of the cleaner races at Daytona I've seen in a while. So, yeah, for that, I gotta say, I think everyone did a pretty good job.
Wonderful job.
All right. Well, thank you very much. How do you feel about Auto Club for next week?
I like Auto Club. I think we'll have some speed, and hopefully we'll be able to find our way to victory lane.
All right, sounds good. Well, that is Andrew Kolb. He finished in second today. So good job today, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, Joe.
You're welcome. All right, Justin. You led some of the most laps of the race today. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to get it all taken care of. Had a good run going with your teammates. You and your teammates were running extremely well today, so let's tell us about how your run went today.
Yeah, we were synced up pretty good there. Definitely felt like we had some good speed. We were running out sideline pretty good there. Towards the end, we were trying to save fuel, so it kind of got a little congested there. We were losing some spots, and then we actually didn't get the pit together because we had some issues getting down to the bottom lane. So kind of threw everything apart, and then with the caution, we were able to sync back up somehow. And just at the end, just lost Pete a little bit there, unfortunately. Felt bad for him. And just tried to side draft the best I could. But couldn't hold off to 42, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, I mean, you were running really well in that last lap. Unfortunately, you just did not... excuse me. Unfortunately,
yeah,
did not have the help. But what a good amount of laps.
Yeah, we saw the run coming. Pete and I were trying to get in the middle. We figured if the run came, one of us could go bottom top, and at least one of us could hopefully win. But it's just hard to block the runs without risking turning yourself. So we were trying to be cautious at the same time. But it almost worked out for all of us. I know Ethan kind of got caught up too, and then Steven got caught up in an earlier one. But almost worked out for all of us.
All right, well, your team ran pretty good today, but you just did not have enough to get it taken care of. But hey, a third place is still not a bad run at Daytona, so...
Yeah, always nice to start out at Daytona. Yeah, thanks for you guys. I know you guys are new to doing the broadcast for this league, so you should have fun. They run pretty good races here, so it's going to be really good. And shout out to all my family watching. I know they're on Twitch, subscribing to you all morning, so hopefully you got a bunch of new viewers.
All right, that does sound great. Well, thank you very much. And finally, before you go, how do you feel about Auto Club?
Actually excited about Auto Club. It's a really fun track. I know last year we ran there, and a lot of people were up against the wall in 1 and 2 at night. I'm not sure if it's a day or night race, but that's a really fun track, especially in these cars with the way the draft works and the tires wear out. It should be a really fun race to call.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you very much, and we will hopefully see you next week.
Yeah, have a good one.
You too. All right, I believe that should be all for our interviews today. So, just a quick recap. I would say the race went pretty well. Only 4 cautions and had a lot of big movers up in the top 5. Because what we saw with Angel Hernandez, he was up 3, but look at the other guys. Andrew Cole was up 20, Justin Malarkey up 10, Greg Klein up 15, Thomas Stanley up 13. So everything went pretty well for those guys. We did miss Angel getting his donuts taken care of, so he made a nice little burnout. But with that being said, let's take a look at our final results today. Angel Hernandez will come home first. Andrew Cole Sr. will finish in second. Justin Malarkey third, and Greg Klein will be fourth. Tom Stanley will be finishing in fifth, and John Nedick will be in sixth, carrying the severe weather cars. Or not cars, colors. Then we got Michael Buckley in seventh, and Derek Schimmel in eighth. Ethan Flanagan in ninth, and Pete Van Sprundell in 10th. Isaac Danger is going to be in 11th, and Anthony Frey 12th. Mike Gervey 13th, John Grosso 14th, Stephen McComas 15th, Eric Warman 16th. Rob Nicole is going to be in 17th, and Alan Kunis is going to be in 18th. Mike Simon 19th. Matt Fornes is going to be in 20th. Michael Giberson 21st, and Steve Davis 22nd place. Well, it was a great race, had a lot of great action. Only 4 caution flags, as Andrew Hernandez was one of the more dominant cars out there today. Not as dominant as, say, Justin Malarkey, but Angel Hernandez is going to be the winner in that Toyota. We'll be back next week around the same time for Auto Club in the second race of the Midwest Days of Thunder series. With that being said, I am Joe Robert, thanking you for watching. And we will hopefully see you guys next time for the next race. So long, everybody. Angel Hernandez is your winner from the Daytona International Speedway.
Yes.